This is the Brick Commentary Central. You're listening to the BCC podcast.
Let's get them there.
Right. It is Monday, May 27th of 2024, and you are listening to the BCC podcast. I am Malorus. Joining me today is got Leo.
Hello there. I'm very excited for this.
And we got Mace.
Hello, everyone.
And last but not least, Gafford.
I would say good evening, but my foot just fell asleep and it's really bothering me.
So it's an okay
You
evening.
gotta stamp it on the floor.
I'm trying, but now it's like traveling up my leg. Guys, I might be having a stroke.
No, you're fine.
Wow.
You are perfectly fine.
I hope so.
If it doesn't
Yes.
go up your leg, where would it go, Ford?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, so today we only seem to have one topic of discussion, but I have wanted to actually talk about this since we first discussed this, last year? We were discussing
is
all
that-
those big set leaks that
Is that when the
occurred.
big rumors came out?
It
Just
was-
a year ago?
It was, yeah, I think about a year ago when not just the rumors, but a bunch of the set pictures also leaked eventually. But yeah, that's when we got the huge catalog of sets that were supposed to come out. And eventually that's when we started talking about this. And I know Liam's still holding out hope for the Deku tree. We'll see how
Yeah,
that goes.
Seeing his little Zelda display on his piano was a,
Yeah.
very much.
The
I would-
ocarina there.
This is where I'd put my Deku tree if I had one.
Yeah. Okay. But, give me 1 second. I'm going to... Yeah, we're going to be talking about Lego Barad-dûr. Lego just announced it, I'd say 3 or 4 weeks ago they teased it.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
since then, they gotten all that good stuff out on the Lego store and stuff. We got a bunch of good images. Probably be talking about all that here in a second. So let's just take a nice look at what we got going here.
Yeah, it's not out yet, right? It's
No,
it's like
you-
next month, or is it July?
I think it's. I have that information here. Let me look at it. No, that's not it.
I feel like I should caveat this with I will not be able to afford this, just like Rivendell.
It's going to be June
Yeah.
4th. So
June 4th. So
Ye-
very, very soon.
Yeah.
Next week, in fact.
This
Oh,
is
that-
the
that's
Brick
wrong.
Commentary
That is
Central.
not what I meant
No.
You're
to do.
listening to the
Cut.
BCC
Cut.
podcast.
No. Stop. Okay.
Liam can't leave us alone.
Uh, okay. Well, why does it do that? I don't understand this. Anyways, let's try this again. Try this. No. Try this over here. Yes, that's what I want. Oh, yeah. So Liam is currently indisposed at the moment.
Indisposed? He's on his
Indisposed.
honeymoon.
Yeah, that's indisposed to me. Currently out of order. So, unfortunately, you're stuck with the rest of us.
Yeah.
But let's try this out again. One more score.
One more big score and we can get out of here.
Tahiti, an untouched parrot.
But yeah, we got Lego
Mango.
Barad-dûr. And so, big set, big price tag.
But it's-
yeah.
Like, despite the price,
What's it
tag,
coming up
though,
to again?
It's $450.
$459.
Oh,
$459
good.
US.
Yeah, I'm not buying. I wish I
But-
could, but I
But
can't.
But Mace, this is 5,471 pieces.
It's a fair price tag, and I want it.
Yeah, it's
but
a
I
very
can't
fair
ever
price
buy
tag.
that. I cannot justify that.
And there are
You
two
got-
hyper deep detailed unique minifigures plus Gollum.
And the
Yeah,
Golem
but
is
I already have
interesting. Yeah,
Gollum.
let me pull him up.
Yeah, just put them
here.
in the corner there.
Yeah, you gotta love Gollum. Just doing his thing as
Yep.
he does.
His thing.
He looks twice as creepy as he used to.
Yeah, it's rather.
Yeah,
I don't
like
like-
I do
yeah.
think the older Gollum was actually probably better in a lot
Yeah.
of respects.
This
'cause-
trend of like making the villain eyes pupilless. I don't know. It makes them almost look
Well,
like they're blind.
It's kind of in line with how the general minifig aesthetic is going, but
Yeah,
Which I-
it's
which I
more
can
in line
appreciate.
than the other one used to be.
but in this case, it is rather unsettling.
Yeah,
Mhm.
especially when you're used to the other one.
Yeah, so we got the new Gollum. I'm thinking it's probably the same mold, but
It seems to be.
The body, at least, yeah.
yeah,
Because
The arms-
he got the old stud on his back.
Are the
Yeah.
arms the same? They look like the new Skullkin arms.
No,
rather
the
than
arms
the
are,
old
are
ones?
different because
I
the
thought
old
so.
Gollum had these like custom made arms.
I feel
with
like his
more
old arms
minifigure
were
sized hands.
a lot longer.
Yeah, they were lankier.
And you got Frodo doing his thing.
With his whited out eyes.
Yeah.
Man, Frodo's seen some stuff.
Mhm.
Like,
Yep.
My biggest disappointment with both Frodo and Sam is that they're not the tattered and torn
Yeah,
versions like they
that's
should be.
Yeah.
at this point, especially obviously, it's just reusing the Rivendell stuff for printing, but yeah, at this point in the movies, especially, they're dirty, they're grimy, their clothes are torn, they're supposed to be wearing their elven cloaks.
Yeah,
Their
they
feet are
shouldn't
hanging
be the
out.
same as
Yeah.
Rivendell.
Yeah.
But Sam does kind of look like a Chad, so I will
Right?
give him like
Chad
props
wise
for
Chad.
that.
Lee.
Also, I thought Sting, like there was a mold for Sting in
There
in
in
Rivendell. Yeah,
Let me check that out.
not sure.
because
Uh,
that's
Obviously,
the
the
sword that he
orig-
uses here, right?
Well, yeah, I guess he would be.
Mhm.
Um,
I just found that kind of jarring. Unless they want to keep the exclusivity there, or maybe it's like gang molded
Maybe
with
it-
other things.
because I
It'd be
know
weird
the
if
original line
Yeah, it just seemed
definitely
kinda
had
weird.
Sting in it, but
yeah.
Okay.
I don't see a Sting mold right now. Rivendell had a Narsil mold,
Okay.
but I don't see anything like Sting.
nothing like Sting.
No.
All right.
So I guess the mold just disappeared into the concrete outside Billund.
So it seems.
Just
As
like all
it
the Barnacle molds.
does. You know how it goes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But like the hobbits
That's the
aren't the
way it
main
is.
aren't the main focus here. I can kind of understand why it happened. It's just
Mhm.
like if you're not going to do this, why include them?
Yeah,
Right.
But at the same time, as much as they aren't the main focus, I feel like with how much care and detail they put into so much of the set, that it's just a little odd and misplaced that the hobbits aren't exclusives.
Yeah.
But yeah, not the worst thing that could happen. Then you got
Yeah.
a
The
random
mouth of
orc,
S-
pretty
Mhm.
cool.
But the mouth of Sauron here.
Uh,
I
Is there like much of a difference between this Mouth of Sauron and the last one we got,
I
other
think
than
it's-
leg printing?
I think it's very similar. Just maybe there's some finer details that I can't quite tell.
I think they probably used a new mold because maybe if they're reusing the Gollum body, maybe they still have that one, the helmet
Mhm.
mold, but not sure. I do have the old Mouth of Sauron. It's just I'm not at a place where I can see my
Yeah.
old Mouth of Sauron. I do have the internet, but who uses that?
Who indeed? No.
Yeah, but the Mouth of Sauron definitely cool for a guy who only shows up in a deleted scene.
It's not just a
extended
deleted scene.
edition. Yeah,
He's
but
there in the book.
yeah,
He's
in
like
the
integral
book.
character for delivering motivation.
Yeah, until gets his head chopped off in the movie.
He doesn't. He just runs away in the book.
in the book. Yeah, we're talking about the movie though.
I know, but
Him dying is cooler than him running away. Not gonna lie.
I don't know. Because then
I don't know,
he
it
runs away, it's
kinda-
like Gandalf who shoots him off.
it kind of
guess
just
it is
makes
funny.
Aragorn look like a huge douche in the movies. It's like, don't shoot
Yeah.
the messenger, and Aragorn just lops his head off, and he's
He-
really just pissed off.
He commits a
Well,
war crime.
to be
He
fair,
kills the
if it was
he kills an
Satan's
unarmed
messenger,
combatant.
you're okay to kill
But
Satan's
wait.
messenger.
But here he is armed. Also,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he had a sword, so
Well,
he is an armed combatant.
Well, yeah, there's like right next to him, but they weren't brandishing any arms. Aragorn just went unprovoked and like chopped.
But
his
he
head
was
off.
armed.
Like, there's a whole Brotherhood Workshops video dedicated to this.
I'm totally okay with
Don't care.
total Sauron
Head
army
being
death.
off is cool. Don't care.
Decapitation looks cool.
Couldn't
for the
happen
big
to a nicer
screen.
guy.
Oh, that
For
reminds me.
Frodo, for me. You know
There's
what I mean?
this random fact of the day. Did you know you can see one of the background soldiers get decapitated in Transformers 2?
No,
No,
I
did
did
not know
not
that.
Yeah.
I did not pay any attention at all to Transformers 2.
There was a
I
lot
know
going
that,
on in that movie.
But
Okay?
now you
Outside
can watch
of the
it.
enemy scrotum, that was it.
Now you can watch it and be very primed in to see some decapitation in a PG-13 movie. Pretty neat
Mhm.
stuff.
But they are robots, so you know. It's not
No,
like
this
it's
is
No,
dude,
not
this
the
is
soldier
This is
guy.
good human.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
dude that got
Yeah.
decapitated.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Hmm.
but
interesting.
yeah, Mouth of Sauron, he's a pretty
yeah,
neat guy, but
The highlight here, though,
the highlight
Is,
that I have been waiting for my entire childhood, the entire time I was growing up with Lego Lord of the Rings, the video game,
Yep.
the man himself, you got a Sauron minifigure.
Yes.
Took him long enough.
Yes.
he doesn't look like the guy from Rings of Power. What
Shut
is
up.
this?
Exactly. He looks awesome
Shut up.
instead.
Rings of Power? What are you talking about, Ford?
Where's
It's
the-
2014. Wake up.
where's
It's
the-
time to go see Battle of the Five Armies.
Yeah, where's the awful wig? Who wants to see Battle of the Five Armies?
I will
I
say,
sure
Who wanted
don't
to see it in
anymore.
2014?
I did, but I don't anymore.
exact when Battle of the Five Armies first came out, it was a big deal, and me and a bunch
Was
of
it, though?
friends,
Yeah.
and a bunch of friends watched it. It's the final Peter Jackson movie for Lord of the Rings, right? It's gonna be
Mhm.
the fact that they dedicated a whole movie to that short of a span in the book. Oh, there must be a lot of story going on, lots of cool stuff, right?
No.
And then you watch it, and it's like, oh, Bard the Bowman has to save his family again from another peril. Then it cuts to the dwarves. Then it cuts to Bilbo maybe
CGI
once in a
dwarf.
while. Then it cuts back to Bard. Oh no, his family's in trouble again. And it repeats this for 2 hours, and you just go, I just paid money for that. But then it ends oh yeah, look, it's the first movie again. It's like, oh, well, that's a kick in the nostalgia.
Well, yeah, I'll just go watch that again instead of buying these on Blu-ray.
but have you seen the extended editions? Me
With
neither.
Blooded decapitations? No, I haven't.
Yeah, I have them. I bought them. They're sitting there waiting to
Have
be
you ever
watched.
watched them?
So my one of my cousins swears the extended editions are better, but I've watched Unexpected Journey Special Edition because we got it on Blu-ray for $7, and it's a perfectly fine movie.
Well,
But
Unexpected Journey is a perfectly fine movie.
I
So.
just don't understand how Desolation of Smog, one of the most boring theater experiences I remember for its middle act, could be improved by adding more runtime, except for the fact that they include the bridge scene, which only makes me angry. The river scene, which only makes me angrier because that's what should have been in the movie instead of the Tariel and Keeley romance.
but the woman from Lost, she's gotta like a dwarf, okay?
Very
No,
strange
trust me, it's
decision
important
making.
for the plot.
So anyway, the Sauron minifigure.
Okay, the reason I just want to backtrack slightly. The only reason I think I haven't really felt the most motivation to watch the Hobbit special editions, aside from the fact that the Hobbit
They're not good.
movies start out strong and then go downhill, it's the fact that apparently they don't even have like continuity between them. Like in Lord of the Rings, none of the deleted scenes that are added back into it detract from you watching the next one. It's not like Gandalf says,
Mhm.
"Oh, I never will die in like the first part or something," and then he comes back in the second part and he's like, "See, it never died," or there's no contradictory information between the two. It's not like Aragorn says, "Oh, I could destroy the ring if I collected 5 collectibles," and they have all 5 collectibles in the second one, and he doesn't destroy the ring or whatever. But
Or like
Bolg
in Transformers
apparently
2, when we have to collect the
shush
Matrix of
about
Leadership
Transformers 2
instead of
Gosh.
just using an Allspark piece thing to revive Optimus Prime. Yeah, like that. Yeah, okay.
Gosh, Transformers 2 didn't even have any writers. Shut up.
That is true.
Dead Man's Chest had no writers, and that movie turned out fine.
But
Okay,
apparently Bolg shows up in the first movie, and he's just there like almost the whole time. And then he's a costumed character, which is better than what they proceeded with. And then he comes into the CGI like the first time, and
Yeah.
so there's some contradictory information going on with it, and I feel like that's going to be a jarring experience because guess what? I don't want to just watch one extended movie, wait an entire year till I watch the next one. So there's been some backtracking on that, but yeah, Sauron figure. I like talking about him.
Yes, it's very good.
Very detailed.
Very awesome.
Very good. He has red eyes for some reason. I don't think he has red eyes in the movies, but
look, it's a minifigure. You gotta.
Yeah.
He burns with evil fire. You gotta carry that across somehow.
He's got that eye of Sauron in him. You know what I'm saying?
Look, disappearing into the crack where Numenor fell was hard enough on him. Then he got his pinky cut off, so like he just never recovered since.
And then he was in 2 Hobbit movies after that.
Somehow.
Destroy a man. But the Michael Keaton Batman head shoulder combination is pretty funny. I think that's probably the only way they could get that profile off. So I can appreciate it.
Yeah, it definitely gives him a better height, I guess.
Yeah, it's also I think a better profile because if there are 2 separate pieces, then his neck would be really proportionally
thin
off compared to the rest of his.
Looking at
body.
the crown, I never fully appreciated the continuity with the like that old king they made for Battle of the 5 Armies. The set with I think it was Elrond and Galadriel.
Oh, like where they're fighting the necromancer?
That's it.
Yeah.
That's
Witch
it.
King of Angmar?
Yes, I forgot the exact name. Yes.
Yeah,
that's really interesting. Like
Which
they kind of kept the continuity here as well.
Yeah, and you remember that prop when in the Fellowship movie when Frodo sees like the true form of the ring wraiths. The Witch King has the same
Right.
kind of crown.
Yeah.
And I think, that's also part of the world building is that, well, that's just what a freaking crown looks like.
Yeah.
Because I think Aragorn also has a similar looking crown, but it's stylistically different when he's crowned king.
Let me see
It
if I can
seems pretty
find
different.
it.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like his are, like,
Well,
in the same style, but they're smooth. Like, they're not sharp and pointy to the point where it's like, it's less violent in a sense, I guess you could say. But, it's kind of like Gondor technically has some similarities to Barad-dûr or something like Minas Tirith.
here it is.
But,
Okay.
Those two places were corrupted, thus the eerie evil stuff going on with it. Blackness and green glow versus the pure white stone. So, I don't know.
Mhm.
Okay, so the crown in the movie, you remember it. Let me see if I can get
Vaguely.
this
Yeah.
open. So this is what the crown in the movie looks like. So it's rather conservative, given all things given, especially compared to Sauron's crown.
Yeah.
But then, when I was reading the letters of Tolkien for the first time earlier this year, he includes a sketch he wrote to a letter to a fan, which says, "This is what the crown of Gondor really looks like."
Oh, I think that's a pretty cool crown. I
Yeah.
think I'll
Mhm.
put this one up.
You should put that. So compare that vision
That's,
to the spiky one that we get with
That's
Sauron.
unique cat.
I will
That's
admit,
like the Flash if he was an elf.
this is one of the pictures of all time.
It truly is. It deserves to be
Yes, thank you.
appreciated.
I think it
Tolkien
looks...
Tolkien never claimed to be an artist, but
But, okay, that's not even art right there. That's just the style that he decided to choose. So,
yeah.
let me pull this up.
It looks weirdly like a movie version of Lake Town Guards thing.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Well, he
Maybe
said
it's
it
just
was
me.
supposed to be kind of like the crown of Upper Egypt, but with swan's wings. So that's exactly
I
what
mean,
it is.
it is that. I will give him that. But, however, does he realize what he has done?
I think it's beautiful.
Go fashion.
And I'm sad that Peter Jackson did not go with this route.
Peter Jackson made huge mistakes, and people are always talking about, like, oh, where's Tom Bombadil? Oh, what about this that happened in the book? Or why did it happen so differently? No, this is a true mark of
Mhm.
his sins against the Tolkien
true tragedy.
Yeah. Obviously the best best thing we could have done. But yeah, got neat Sauron figure. It's something that I've always wanted. It's not a
Yeah,
bionicle, but
I think the mace being assembled from pieces is fine. I don't think it being a specially molded piece would have added anything.
no,
No, I think it looks
especially
great
not
as
with all the other things, like the details. We got so many cool helmets going on. We got, yeah, these pictures haven't shown it yet, but we got the Sam and Frodo helmets, and those are pretty good. We got, obviously, Sauron. Got some new molds going on. Pretty neat stuff, so I'm not complaining.
Yeah.
Yep.
The Harvey Weinstein orc is also pretty good.
Mhm. Mhm.
I think, we got an orc with we got some cool orcs going on right here.
Forget what's that orc called again? The
Gothmog.
Yeah, Gothmog. He
Yeah.
just makes me want to shout death. You know? Death!
Isn't Gothmog dead at this point in the movie?
Well,
Technically, yes.
yeah.
Technically,
Yeah,
yes.
that's what I thought. And Gothmog is a movie exclusive character, so we can't complain about him being different from the book iteration. But he is different than the what am I thinking of? Rankin and Bass version. I can get away with
Okay.
saying that because no one saw it.
No, I did, but it
No.
was very, very many years ago.
Gothmog is in the book.
What do you mean
is?
Gothmog's in the book?
Yeah, he's in the book.
What do you mean he's in the book? Ain't no way.
Yes. I can give you page number if you want.
I know you could. Of course, you could give me a page number too.
Well, that's just by having the books near me. But
How different is he than the book then? Gosh.
I mean, in the book, he's just named like this is the lieutenant of Minas Morgul.
Wow. I thought
So
they
I-
made him up for the movie. I don't know
No,
why.
they.
Leo,
So-
did we lose you? Or
No, I'm still here.
We might have. Oh,
I'm
okay.
I'm still here.
it's just you kind of sounded
got
like you were going to get like deep into some Tolkien factoid, and then you
Mhm.
just stopped.
No, I just had nothing else to say.
Oh well.
Okay.
Uh, ladies and gentlemen, the resident Tolkien expert. Yeah, the minifigure selection definitely a good thing.
Yeah, not as many as in Rivendell, but honestly, you don't need that many.
Yeah, especially when the price is as high as it is already.
Yeah, and if it's
Mhm.
just going to be more generic orcs, then there's not really much of a reason to
Yeah.
just do more beyond boosters.
So we got.
Okay, so how do you want to tackle the set itself?
Oh, maybe
guess we
section by
start
section.
There.
Yeah.
So
So
there's
start from the ground floor,
multiple,
go up?
Yeah, sections
Yeah.
to the interior of the thing. First up, we got like the Gollum dungeon, I believe, where they torture Gollum until he says Gollum.
Nice.
Bagginshire.
Gollum.
And Shire Baggins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, pretty neat little dungeon. Doesn't seem to have too much going on in there. Just a little torture chamber.
No, like torture and I can't remember. Is this the part with the armory? Let me get a close
It
up
might
here.
be.
Yeah, like they got some pauldrons and shields and more extra helmets if you want to.
Of course.
Nice.
Because we always need extra helmets.
This is you can also in this picture see the exposed mechanism for how the doors open and close.
Yeah. The
it's like
doors,
you
in
just-
fact, do open and close.
Yep.
That's cool.
So you
I
turn
like
that knob you see on the right of the picture with that big block with the cheese wedge on it.
Yeah.
You can open the doors.
Decently incorporated into the design.
Yeah. I think the door is probably more appropriate for a micro scale army, but you know,
I mean,
Yeah.
what if you just want to march out minifigures one by one, though?
One by one.
Makes it look more impressive when you got a bunch of guys going out one by one, and they keep coming, then a ton of guys coming out all at once, and then it's over.
Better tension.
yeah. I think there's also like just all throughout this thing, reading Brickset's review, there's just all sorts of hidey holes that they build into it. Like there's one bit on the right above that cave with the fish that you pull out, and there's some secret in there. Or
Yeah, I think it's like blueprints or like etchings of Sauron making other rings and stuff. Like
that may be in a different layer.
Yeah, maybe I'm thinking of a different layer, but yeah, there's some pretty cool little details hitting throughout that you can just, when you have friends over, it's like, yeah, I built this thing, watch this. And then you pull out a spider from the side of it, and it's like, isn't that
Yeah.
neat?
It's kind of like the Lion Castle in that way. There are just so many little bits shoved in there
Right.
that are that I presume like when you're building it, you'll just find, oh, that's neat.
Yeah, that's a dungeon for sure. But
It the
this
the
is
the Kali Ma cage is also funny to me because you can lower
Yeah.
into the lava.
Oh yeah.
and put
Looks
Frodo
like meat's
over
back on the
there.
menu, boys.
Yeah, the
Yep.
most important part of any army, they run on their stomach. So naturally, Sauron's got a pretty good kitchen.
Yeah, there's not a good picture of it here, but there's this menu chalkboard on there that says meat on it
Good.
in orc scratches.
Oh, in the black
Um,
tongue.
Yeah, something like that.
They have sausage, turkey legs, bones because they're not very tidy.
And some green vile liquid in the tap
Grog,
barrel.
yeah.
Yes. I sold him for some grog to Gimub the slaver.
What?
Shadows of Mordor.
I'm sorry, that game is non-canon.
Yeah, the game's non-canon, but my gosh, is it a lot of fun. And the
It is really
orcs drink a lot of grog, you see.
so
and
much.
This green stuff.
But the good thing is, it's alcoholic, so you can blow it up.
Yeah, naturally, an arrow to alcohol equals explosion. Never
Mhm.
forget,
That's how
kids.
science works.
Yeah, so definitely a fun little inclusion. You get yourself some delicious, nutritious nutrients for your army. You can't live without that. And we get some other cool stuff going on over here. I don't think we really see banners too much in the movies, do we?
Well, it's like when they're crossing Osgiliath and what they have like the red eye everywhere.
Yeah. I just feel like in the book and maybe other adaptations, the banner of the Eye of Sauron is a lot bigger of a deal, but it is neat to see the banner
Mhm.
of the Eye of Sauron.
Yeah, and it's a pretty imposing throne as well.
Yeah, they get themselves, Game of Thrones.
Still cooler than the Iron Throne.
Yes, it's got
Mhm.
the Iron Throne has nothing on this right here.
Yeah.
That's why the last season failed, because this is cooler and nothing
Indeed.
else.
Yes. Let's see. Yeah. So the ball joint that's sticking out there, you pull that, and the throne will actually split apart
Yeah.
to reveal the Palantir room, which they don't have a good.
Pondering my orb room.
Yes, the Pondering Orb room. They don't have a good version of that.
The Palantir room. I feel
Yeah,
like
there's
I
a better-
saw-
Might need to look in
There's
the
one
Brickset
in the
review.
in the review. Yeah. So let me see if I can pull that up. I think that's also the podcast channel here somewhere.
I mean, there's one picture of the Palantir. Yeah, I can technically pull that up.
Yeah. Because that's like, I think, full frontal, because then you also get to see the posters that are inside.
Oh, you can't. There's posters inside. Okay, like
Yeah,
stickers.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah. If you could pull that up, then real quick, get a good image of that, because yeah.
Let me go back to my history here.
Yeah, because the Palantir is a very neat detail. Obviously, we don't really see inside the tower too much in the movies, but obviously, he's got the other Palantir based on the books and the fact that he can communicate with them in the movies.
Yeah.
So, pretty neat to actually add that to the set instead of just letting it. Again, I feel like there's a lot of care and detail in this set. I think a lot of the designers are people who really we want to make sure we do this right. We're gonna make a big set, add all the details. That's what really sells it, because anytime there is a big set with a ton of details, those are the sets that are selling for our generation, right?
Here we are.
All right.
So yeah, you see a map
Yeah, that's pretty
Mhm.
neat.
with different characters put on it.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I
just
think-
like a
Got the
poster.
Gothmog
Yeah.
in the mouth.
Yeah, Gothmog the mouth, and then you can't really see it too well, but like there's Shire and Baggins written on a post-it note off in the left-hand corner.
That's
I see.
a silly little
Mhm.
detail.
And then in the Palantir, you can see that the white tree is burning.
Oh, very
Mhm.
cool. That's what that is.
Yes. I
I
think
see now
it.
that you pointed out.
I think he says, yeah. There's two visions. One is the white tree of Gondor in flame, and the other side is the Shire burning. So yeah. Here's that Shire. One with the Shire in there. So it's both what Sam saw in the Mirror of Galadriel, and also what Pippin was shown by Sauron when he looked into the Palantir. So those are fun little references.
Yeah, for sure. I'm just messing around over here. Let me key in. Yeah. So yeah, there's definitely a ton of little details throughout.
Hopefully, this is a portent of sets to come.
Mm-hmm.
That reminds me of a statement they released. Some designers released on the Ninjago mech. You know, the coal mech
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's coming out. Apparently, people were speculating and discussing the possibilities of, like, oh, so Ninjago mechs are gonna be cool like this now, right? And they're like, well, this was kind of a one and done thing. This isn't necessarily part of any series or anything. We're just gonna see how this thing sells, and then maybe if it sells well, we'll make another big one like this. So otherwise, we'll just kind of go back to what we were doing before. But yeah, they decided to make a statement about it the other day. I was scrolling through the Twitters when I found it, naturally.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently Ninjago is doomed. No more cool Ninjago. But
Alright.
No more Dune Sword. Dune Sword.
I think most people picked up on No More Cool Ninjago when the new series came out, though.
rip.
Yeah. I don't see anybody talking about it. So, all right. Shall we move on to the eye?
To the eye itself.
Yeah. Or I think there's more to the tower, right?
I think
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
like-
a
Yeah.
power portion that has some more posters in it, like a minifigure version of Sauron.
I like how they say in
doing
the
evil
press
things.
release, like, oh, you should get like, people who get like a bunch of these can stack these tower sections and make it even taller. It's like, who's gonna do that? Who?
Jang.
Someone
Five
with
versus
Yes,
money.
this is true. Yes, this is true. Jang would do that.
Lego
still,
Jang.
Like, what
Yeah.
normal person is going to do that? That's all I'm asking.
Well, that reminds me of when they were selling Battle of Helm's Deep, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you get one of the big one, and then like 3 or 4 of the small ones, and
Yeah, those,
then you get
those
a
wall
pretty
sections.
decent wall." And I mean, true, but then you pay what, $400 for the whole battle.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got some smaller rooms in the tower, and then you got the big old eye.
Yeah, this So all throughout the front of this, you see them using these kind of like object source lit bricks for different colors because there's lots of fire and lava, and this is most especially poignant because they have those like darker maroon bricks all around the front and center.
Yeah.
Look like the eye is just emanating out. It looks really good.
Yeah,
And-
that's a really cool effect.
Yeah, and I think it's also light up brick.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
a light up brick in the
Yeah,
back.
so you use that for some extra ominous lighting, some extra of that good stuff.
Yeah, I think the effect is done pretty well.
Yeah, and Leo has some better pictures of some of the rooms here. Let me get that going. But yeah, the eye definitely pretty sick. Again, the designers knew exactly what they were doing when they kind of put this whole thing together.
Mhm. It is very well assembled. Very imposing. Yeah, so in that picture you can kind of see Sauron holding the ring up after he's forged it.
Yeah, you can kind of see it barely
which
in the corner if you know what you're looking for sure.
yeah,
And there's some letter stuff going on with it.
yeah, which I think kind of matched some of the stickered stuff you saw in Rivendell. It's been a while since we talked about that, so I don't know how well it's one-to-one.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a better looking one of the smaller rooms there. But yeah, overall this set it's got lots of things going on with it.
Yeah. So this also comes with I guess the disguises
Yeah,
for
so
Frodo and
As-
Sam.
As much as they can be called disguises.
Yeah.
I mean it worked for them, you know?
Well, let me ask, because I never played it. What did they look like in the game?
In
Pretty
Lego
much
Lord
like
of the Rings?
that.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
the
no.
helmets
Like,
Yeah,
is
they
it
had the
disguise
helmets.
where they just like stick the helmet on, like it's in Lego Star Wars?
No, in Lego Lord of the Rings, like you, for one, like it's a different minifigure skin that you're using, and
Okay.
then like as part of the Cure Ungol quest, you got to go around and find bits of orc armor to put on.
Okay.
It's like both Frodo and Sam have respective bits of armor that they'll use to get
Yeah.
past
See,
the security
The
checkpoint.
best disguise in Lego games is Chewbacca Stormtrooper. Okay?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And this
You know,
is
you
true
know.
and correct. However, there are no stormtrooper helmets in Lego Lord of the Rings.
For shame.
Yeah,
0
no,
out of 10.
What are they doing?
I have a solution. Get a stormtrooper helmet from one of the older ones. You can't have one of the new ones, but get one of those and just put it in Lego Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure it wouldn't be too hard to mod that in.
Yeah.
Are there Lego game modders? Is there a
Yes,
mod
actually.
community?
Yeah, I've been
I
watching
think there's stuff on the
this-
Nexus.
I've
Really?
been watching this one guy. He does a lot of like mods and stuff, and he has a bunch of interesting videos like putting Lego Batman and Lego Indiana Jones. You got like stuff like that. Make Indy poison the whole game for that one. There's a bunch of fun, interesting mods out there for sure.
Ah, I see. Okay. So that's what the disguises are.
Yeah,
Yeah, they should have just done this.
it's like what they have
Yeah.
in the movie.
They should have
Yeah,
they
cool
should have just
bet.
done this with the Sam and Frodo and in this set. I don't know, it just seems weird. Cuz I guess they don't have that piece anymore for like the chest plate.
I don't know
Uh,
why. Well, so that piece was never made, like printed for them, but I'm pretty sure they have those.
Ye-
They still use those.
Yeah,
chest
but
plates.
like if they still use those, then they could have made it for this set.
Now, do they have like extra chest plates in the armory they have going on?
They have shoulder pads. and helmet.
But that's not enough.
I'm wondering if that just might, be something you can add on
Like-
to the Hobbits to help sell it a bit better.
Yeah, I'm
Mhm.
pretty sure it wouldn't be that big a deal. Because, Gothmog has that piece. It's just printed so that he's got his thing going on.
Right. Yeah, that's true. Well, yeah, you got yourself some disguised hobbits there. Again, the fact that their clothes are so clean does not help the situation, but they do have pretty decent helmets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the helmets are the star of those parts.
Yeah.
I feel like the chest pauldrons would have been good, Instead, they look like dudes with helmets on.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, they're definitely not going to be able to cross the plains of Mordor looking just like that.
No, no.
The Gorgoroth is unforgiving and is swarming with orcs.
Yeah, and they're stupid, but they're not that stupid.
And where there's a whip, there is a way,
Mm-hmm.
Have you listened to that for 10 hours before?
Listen, I watched the movie. I've seen enough of it.
But imagine, if you will, a world.
Imagine, if you will. Hello, I'm Rod Serling of the Twilight Zone. That's pretty messed up. But yeah, I don't think there's too much extra to say about the set, really.
Yeah, not really.
Other than
There's-
it's great. I mean, that's something to always say. But
Yeah, it's cool.
400,
And it's worth it even if you don't have. Yeah, it's worth it even if you don't have the Isengard tower.
Yeah, I do think it would be.
Yeah.
How tall is this tower?
I think it's taller than Orthanc, but I can.
Yeah, let's
I
kind
check
of see
that.
if we can pull that up. See if we can. Get the. I'll get a picture of Orthanc. You just get the
Okay, so
height.
that opens a new tab.
Let's see description. Orthanc is 28 inches or 73 centimeters tall.
Okay.
So what about Barad-dûr? Oh. Okay. No, not Rivendell. Let's see. It is 32.5 or 83 centimeters tall.
I wasn't paying
taller.
attention. Which one? Okay.
Yeah.
So Barad-dûr is taller,
I see.
as it should be,
As it should be.
befitting the true Dark Lord.
he needs
Like
the
if
bigger
you leave
tower,
it as
you know?
wait, if you leave this as is right now, Kevin, it's like this is the actual size.
I did make it a little smaller just because of that.
Yeah.
But yeah. My brother had Orthanc for a while, and I was like, oh yeah, I want a Barad-dûr, and I never got a Barad-dûr.
But now you can.
Now,
you
when
can
I'm
see
broke, I
Orthanc.
can get it.
You see,
Now you can spend
Orthanc is you.
$1,000.
Orthanc is you, and Barad-dûr is the guy she doesn't want you to worry about. Okay.
Yeah, too true to my situation, Ford.
I mean, he's cooler. He's got a flaming eyeball.
Yeah,
But he's not
because
just a
he's
flaming
gonna
eyeball.
blow up.
That was a creative liberty.
Yeah.
I wonder if you can just remove the eye from the tower.
That's the thing. You
certainly,
technically you
but
could.
why would you want to?
Exactly.
because
It's too metal. Okay.
Because hear me out. Then it's book accurate.
So there is something to be said for an iconic adaptation.
Well, to be
And
fair
that's-
to Peter Jackson, he's not
know-
completely far off base by putting the eye up there.
No,
There's some interpretation that you can see it happening.
I mean, but like Sauron still had a physical body and presence.
He still does have a physical body in the books, yes.
But this is an excellent way to drive across to audiences that like his presence and power is growing, and like he is a real threat to our heroes.
I think in the movies especially, it's like, yeah, if the ring gets back to him, like, if he gets a body, we're screwed. But he's just a floating eye right now, so it's bad, but it could be worse. Yeah.
There is still hope. And that is good.
There may
So-
still be hope, but not for us.
Yeah, we can't afford this.
Yeah. Guys,
No.
I
No,
got
no,
a plan.
That's not true. We could,
I would just
Could.
so
but
this is more than half my rent.
True. True.
It's like a quarter of my rent.
Cry every time.
Yeah.
That's what you get for living in Orlando.
Yeah.
But I got a great plan, guys. But we need money.
Mm.
Yep.
I feel like the plan should be how to get money, and not the plan requires money, which we have very little of.
You know,
Look, it takes
Dogecoin
money
should
to
be
make
going
money,
to
okay?
the moon soon.
I'm too old for this anymore.
It takes money to make money, Leo. You gotta know that.
We just need seed capital. We're gonna become farmers. Mangoes.
We can't be farmers in the U.S. Monsanto owns the patent on the seed and won't let us save it.
Oh yeah. Sad.
One of the worst Supreme Court decisions ever made.
One of them. We've gotten one repealed.
No. A few. A
Yeah, we just need
few.
to get that one repealed. I don't know how to overturn that though.
How? Literally, it's like you walk outside, touch grass. Is that owned by Montano? The answer must
Apparently
be
so.
yes.
One must consider Sisyphus to be happy.
Oh, well. Yeah, I think
That about wraps it up.
so. I think we have adequately discussed the fact that
This is a very cool set.
yeah.
It's a dream set, and it will live in my dreams.
Yeah. Or we can go to downtown Disney and see it on display and just look at it.
Just
Like
stare.
like a
With the
10%
Daily Bugle
discount, but that's
building.
it. Oh, I have the Daily Bugle.
Yeah, I know you have the Daily Bugle. But all I can do is just go look at it.
Well, one day you can come look at it in person if I ever decide to crack the box open.
Oh, you haven't even built it? Oh, Mace, what are you doing?
Working.
If
It's
you're gonna-
the most important Lego set ever made. I need a most important moment to commemorate it.
Your
Well-
baby's birth.
Your
Maybe.
marriage.
I would do it. I would do it. I'll take it on my honeymoon as one of my luggages.
It's like literally your honeymoon is building your Daily Bugle with your new wife.
I'll put Spider-Man Lo-Fi on. It'll be great.
Like Liam, he decided to open up the Ninjago City thing too early. The docks or whatever they are.
Oh
Ah,
yeah.
you're
that-
right.
Hmm.
He could be building
he
that
built
instead of
it-
listening to us.
Over the course of getting married instead of during the honeymoon. Obviously, mistakes were made. He's listening right now.
Yes.
Well, no, it's just one watching right now.
Ah, okay. And that's
Okay,
you.
then.
Never
It's
mind.
me. Yes,
Ah,
monitoring everything.
he hung up.
I
Well,
can't believe he's not
his
even
wife was watching.
Rip, and it wasn't even his idea; it was his wife's idea.
They brought the Roku along just for that.
Listen, I wouldn't want to watch us neither, but here we are. Almost 10 years later.
Wow! Wow!
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Can't wait for the miniature that I'll never be able to buy.
Oh, that would be cool. But until
I
then,
can't wait to get a John Noble minifigure.
If they ever do the Hobbit hole, I might just have to buy that. A new one, obviously.
They did the
Yeah.
Hobbit hole in 2012.
And
A
it was
new one,
perfect.
obviously.
Yeah.
You know, a big, giant, $200 perfect one. I'm talking about.
That would be kind of cool.
That would be cool with all the rooms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would buy that. I wouldn't.
Like a Hobbit hole
able to
to
stop myself.
proper scale.
The Unexpected Journey one is kind of just one big room.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it looks really cool.
It
but
is. It's very cool on the outside, and it's a
This
very
is good,
joy to
but
build.
it can be better.
It can be better.
Well, yeah.
UCS Hobbiton. Honestly, though, like that's something that I think they could do. Is like, you know
Okay.
how Star Wars is doing those diorama sets,
Yeah.
like the miniature ships and all that.
Yeah.
Just do like landscapes of Middle Earth. Like do like a miniature version of like the Hobbit hole, or like, I don't know, Minas Tirith.
It would be.
Things like
I
that.
was so disappointed they didn't get around to Minas Tirith when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Like if you
But
can't
they
make
can
them
fix
big,
it.
make them like smaller, so people can have them. You know, make like Helm's Deep, or like a diorama of like a
Mhm.
miniature Battle of Helm's Deep. What else?
I don't want miniature Battle of Helm's Deep. I want $1,000 Helm's Deep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, if you look up the price
Maybe
of
the
Helm's
Pelennor
Deep
Fields? I don't
now, probably Lego Helm's.
You know, like
Okay,
mini
that
Rip,
reminds me.
mini,
Okay, this is very
Ryan.
important. Very important.
very important. Yes.
So, back in the day, there was the Lego website game, right? There was a Battle
Yeah.
of Helm's Deep game.
Oh yeah.
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 And it was fun to me, you know. It's
Okay.
like
Cool.
apparently it's set up so you have to fight 3 different mini game battles, and you gotta make sure that each time it clocks down, you only have like 3 chances per mini game. So if it clocks down and you don't win, you lose the whole battle.
Oh man.
So you can't just keep spamming on one mini game that you're good at. You have to do all 3, and they're all easy, and I can't find evidence of it ever existing, basically. Ever.
Yeah, the Lego website has been heavily neutered. So I
but
understand.
You can buy Lego Helm's Deep for like $800 to $500. That's nearly 1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wanted that set so badly back when it was like, what, $120? Thanks,
My
Mom
cousin
and
got
Dad.
that set, and he brought it to our family reunion.
Instead, I just got the small
2012,
one.
2013.
I just got the small wall extension. That was it.
Yeah.
And it's like,
I
oh,
wanted-
you just need to buy 3 more of these.
Yeah. Legolas, get him. Get him. All right, I'll get it. Wait, where are you going?
What?
It's another Brotherhood Workshop video. We can watch them after this.
Alright. Okay, I think that about does it for tonight. Let's see, important plugs checklist. Discord server, we have one of those. Do the Discord with us. Link is in the description below. I don't think we really do Rumble anymore.
I'm sure at some point that feed will be updated.
I'm sure it will be updated, but for now is not then. So check us out on there if you have Rumble. We don't do X, but you can follow us there.
We update it semi regularly.
Semi-regularly. That probably more regularly than Rumble.
Probably.
Ah,
LQ's thought about streaming on X at some point. Formerly Twitter.
He's talked about it. I'm not sure that's actually feasible or intelligent, but we've talked about it, so we'll see. But yeah, like, subscribe, be sure to comment. I think that's everything, right? Notification bells and all.
Yep.
All
and,
right.
Yep, you talked about our Discord, right?
Yeah, I love Discord. It's my favorite thing. Except when they updated the freaking app, and now I can't look at who's online anymore. But sure, Discord, kill your fan base off. I don't care. But yeah. I definitely am doing a great job here, trying to figure out this out. There we go.
You get it?
Should be outro. Yeah.
Wonderful.
So, Ford, Leo, Mace, myself, Malorus, thank you for watching. See you next time.
I see you.